We do know that we're going to get some news on April 2nd. We don't know what the end game is, and we don't know where the goalposts are because they continue to seem to be moving. So I think that perhaps we'll learn more. I hope that it's revelatory, but I think it's going to be several weeks before we know what the end game is and know exactly where we are in the new tariff regime.
You know, Art, one thing that I think folks haven't really talked enough about is, you know, this whole higher tariff or tariff situation, and it could escalate for all we know, right? When you've got a weaker currency, a weaker dollar, and that's what's happened over the first quarter. I think we're down about 4 or 5% on the dollar. That only exacerbates things there, right? Because it makes it even more expensive to import stuff into the country.
Yeah, it certainly does. The backside of that, though, Martin, is obviously it makes our multinationals who want to be exporters look a bit better, right? They're making things in dollars and selling them in other currencies. So I would say right now, and you know, in terms of where we are on the dollar index, that has certainly come off the boil quite a bit, but it's at elevated levels. It's certainly a bit higher than it was a year ago. So I don't know how much that comes into play, and I certainly don't know that that's the main focus of this new trade paradigm that we're going through. I think this is, you know, if we're correct in this, I think the assumption should be made. This is part of this is a large announcements that hopefully get some sort of negotiations at the back end of it and get to a better place on trade. There's absolutely no reason for us to think that what gets announced on Wednesday will be the end of this, and it certainly wasn't in the playbook in 2018. And you know, the problem with this particular go round is in 2017 we had a tax cut. So companies actually were paying a significantly lower corporate tax rate and were able to absorb some of that. We don't have that same input. We don't have that fiscal input at the start of this new trade war, and I think that's why there's so much uncertainty around what the end game is here and how things finally play out.